How good is that? Here comes the Hydrolite heat to watch of the day so far. Semi-final heat 2. Yago Dora up against Gabriel Medina, last year's world champ. As we have a look back at Medina's 4.67 from earlier on.
Okay, so Gabriel just starting to wind up on the backhand. Somewhat horizontal compared to some of his earlier rides today, where he's throwing down the big numbers.
Yago, who just surfed so well through last season and has really set himself up as one of the true dominant forces on this CT, taking on a guy that's coming off the back of the heat score total of the event. And he has disposed of some big names too, Gabriel Medina.
Gabriel has looked every bit a bell ringer from his opening heat, whereas Yago just hasn't quite connected yet.
He's still alive in the draw though and got a chance to come on, but here goes Medina on his first proper effort at a big number here. Climbs up over that white water, shimmies back into the power source, just looking to set up a couple of big hits on the inside. Goes to that trademark turn, that stabbing vert hit that he's thrown down a couple of times in the event this year, yet he still finds himself with a chance of cracking the final in the first event of the season in a title defence. It's pretty remarkable stuff. He might be about to spring to life right here on a big section. Beautiful turn, finds the open face, use that one to power down the line and now unloads. Really kicking on the tail hard there, Rich.
On the board, but let's have a look at the replay here. So long section in front of him, drives around this one, comes straight up into that oncoming lip, and then this final turn here really gets it whipped around. And a big manoeuvre there, so two-turn combination.
Big combos, even in a short amount of space. If you can find that big combo on a tall wall standing out on that outside section, Crows, as opposed to a tapered wall down the line here.
The longest wave. Here goes Gabby.
Yeah, I thought that was the best turn we've seen Yago throw down in the event so far. Expecting a good number for it as Medina now responds. These guys getting equal opportunities out here to put numbers on the board. And Medina just smacking this wave all the way down the line. And again, you know, that's been a really reliable finishing turn for him.
As we look at the replay here, lots of variety on this wave. So snap into a little rock and roll floater, big extension carve, have a little check turn, and now he starts to get that vertical hit happening. And the speed of the turn starts to ramp up. And then again, bang. Medina's
been doing so well throughout this contest. There's a replay of Yago's last ride.
And again, Yago's starting to mix things up a bit. Three-turn combination.
Yeah, Yago, he's after the lead here. His last wave fell short. It was a 4.77. Still after the 5.57 and sets that section up beautifully. A lot of spray coming off the rail. You can see that wind's died down. It's giving these competitors a bit more freedom. And could potentially mean we see them both go to the air at some stage here if their backs get against the wall. He's going to have to get moving to get down the line here. And he almost a prone takeoff. Just trying to get as much angle on his entry into that one, but he can't find the open face. Yago sizes it up. That one bends out to sea. So no opportunity for either surfer, and Medina will likely reclaim his priority here in a moment. Tank 300s last year after strong performances in the 3 Australian events. The GWM Aussie treble is, well, it's well and truly underway now. And Gabriel Medina, he's going to have a fantastic shot at taking one of those vehicles home. The way he's been performing through this event.
Yeah, new world champion coming up against another Brazilian world champion. So it's a little battle. It's pretty even scores right now. So 14 minutes left.
Just interesting to me because when Medina came on the scene, you know, he quickly started to create better head-to-head records against all the dominant forces at the top end of the ranks. He's inspired this new wave of Brazilian champs, and to get their goals, they've had to overcome him. So, you know, he's really looking to come back on tour and sort of upset the order. How are the knuckles on your right hand?
They're strong.
Here we go, Medina making his move. It's a really fast twitch hit through these first sections. Nice combination. He is dicing this wave up and somehow climbs over that last little section to get the finish after a 6.44. Was that the wave, Crosby?
right from the opening turn. Watch this, just bang, connects with the lip, throws a ton of spray, and again backs it up. Bit more down the line, but he did so well to fit in these 4 turns in a row in succession.
Oh, that's a couple hairs.
Yeah, I actually don't feel like it actually matters that he didn't get to that final moment.
Yeah.
But just the power in this guy's body and the lower legs, it is extraordinary. Just pushing, extending through that second turn. And again.
Back to live action now, and Yago looking for a reply. Medina just got the lead back with a 7.5. And the 2025 world champ has a couple of big sections here. Huge float. Can't get it back out in front of it, though. Was certainly on his way to a good score. You know, it was only a little while ago he was sort of waiting out there and trying to connect with the set, and now he's got the rhythm. And he's looking to improve on a 6.4. Unbelievable timing as he hammers down the line. That third turn is huge. The commitment, you could see it. Really fanning the fins out.
Wow.
And De Souza there, he has to put the board down to applaud.
An excellent ride with priority. Gabriel takes it, drives hard off the bottom, and blows the tail, blows the lip off that the first 2 sections of that wave, and then the third one, that was where all the money was. He just sort of did this carving hack beautifully. Hard to do on the backhand as well. As we watch the slow-mo, technique's amazing, isn't it, Cross?
Oh, it's amazing. I really like how a lot of his waves, he's just going from turn to turn with no bobbles in between and no pumping. And that was like a carved down snap.
His hits were almost carves, or they were. And Medina sort of did a power hit to carve out of that move. Here we go, Yago. This is his last shot at it. 40 seconds to go after a 9.34. Clean start, but needs more. Needs real fireworks on this final section to get the number. He's going to go to the air, loads up. Finds the section, gets the grab, he's going to stick it.
And up until that point, it was sort of like we knew he had to do everything right on this wave because it wasn't one of the biggest waves. And he did. He did everything right on it. Just beautiful surfing on the backhand. At this point, he's just going, okay, what can I do here? And screams down the line.
Oh, my gosh.
What's the grab called?
Ridiculous.
Indie backside full row? Like,
yeah. Just incredible. Break it down, Cross.
I mean, he surfed the wave great, and to be able to do that on that type of section with this wind pushing from behind him to keep his board to his feet, that's the most impressive part.
Full rotation.
You know, and into the flats, too. It wasn't like the easiest landing.
He did it at J-Bay last year. That's the move of the contest. Here we go, Yago. This is his last shot at it. 40 seconds to go after a 9.34. Clean start, but needs more. Needs real fireworks on this final section to get the number. He's going to go to the air, loads up, finds the section, gets the grab, he's going to stick it. Wow. And he absolutely gives the judges something to think about here. The grab, so impressive. Wow. He is clutch. And I mean, we've seen some amazing surfing.
Oh, he's liking it.
But that is the most technical air that we've seen in the contest so far, and he had to get the grab for control because that wind's howling.
That was gnarly. That's super gnarly. I don't know where the judges are going to go with it, but I'm going yes.
Wow. Unbelievable.
There's not many, with all due respect, there's not many surfers on the tour that can do what Yago just did on the final moment of that wave. And up until that point, it was sort of like we knew he had to do everything right on this wave because it wasn't one of the biggest waves. And he did. He did everything right on it. Just beautiful surfing on the backhand. At this point, he's just going, okay, what can I do here? And screams down the line.
Oh, my gosh.
What's the grab called?
Ridiculous.
Indie backside full row? Like,
yeah. Just incredible. Break it down, Cross.
I mean, he surfed the wave great, and to be able to do that on that type of section with this wind pushing from behind him to keep his board to his feet, that's the most impressive part.
Full rotation.
You know, and into the flats, too. It wasn't like the easiest landing.
He did it at J-Bay last year. That's the move of the contest.
Yeah.
I don't know if the judges... Oh, there you go.
Andrew thinks it's a 10. He wants it.
And it's not only he did that air, like he surfed that wave really well too before, like the snap into those clean wraps.
Medina was in complete control, but only for a second. And this is the thing about these world champions. You know, if they're not comboed, they can still turn the heat. As long as there's time on the clock, they're not out of it. That was ridiculous. The numbers are starting to come through. They are looking good for Yago Dora. A 9.5, and he overcomes an extremely informed Gabriel Medina to get himself into his first final here at Bells Beach. He'll take on Miguel Pupo, and one of those two is going to ring the bell. What a performance. It doesn't get much more clutch than that. The turn of the contest, and he saves his space in this contest.
The judges appreciating the degree of difficulty, the commitment to the manoeuvre, the silkiness of the landing. It was perfect. It was executed perfectly. He surfed the front half of that wave. You know, there wasn't too much points left on it, and he extracted every single ounce of it. And wow, what a final turn of events. Incredible
Unbelievable.
Stuff.
Oh my God, how quick was the rotation?
Crazy.
Beyond full rotation. And Medina, he came back in response. And yeah, he just couldn't stick it. I mean, what an unbelievable return to competition for Gabriel Medina. But a reminder that there is a couple of new names that will challenge him for this world title. And Yago Dora is at the top of the list.
How good's pro surfing?
It's really good, mate. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. Huge fan.
Let's go. That's sick.
How can you not smile? These two champions have given us an incredible show. And Medina's back in a big way, but Yago Dora, he gets the victory. Crosby Colapinto.
Yago, what in the world was the end to that heat? What a clutch performance up against someone that you've looked up to. He's one of your heroes, but to pull out an air like that in the dying stages, you must feel on top of the world right now.
Yeah, it's a great feeling for sure. Nothing beats it, and that's what Gabriel does too, you know. He makes you push so hard, and if it probably was against someone else, I probably wouldn't need to go to that move, because that was a really high risk wave, and I knew I needed every bit of it. And yeah, I just managed to land that air in the end, and as soon as I landed, I felt I was gonna get it. And yeah, just surfing against Gabriel makes me do things like that, and I always love it.
You know, he's come back in a really big way. You had the lead, then he made a comeback, then you stole the lead back. You guys had a couple words at the end of that heat. Is there any kind of insight into what you guys said?
Yeah, we were just congratulating each other, thanking each other for the matchup. I'm sure I can push his level as well as he pushes mine. So yeah, it's a battle. We're rivals, but at the same time, it's a great exchange, and we're pushing the limits. So that's a good thing.
Now, we haven't had an all goofy foot matchup in 33 years here at Bells. You and Miggy, you're going to battle it out. One of your best mates as well here. He's been on fire as well. What's kind of the edge you're going to bring? Is it similar kind of what we saw in that last heat with Gabby?
Yeah, every heat is different. Medina was the best surfer of this event, in my opinion. And to beat him, it gives me a lot of confidence. But every heat is different. I need to reset now, and it's back to zero at the beginning of the heat. So have to build everything up again. And Miguel's a great surfer, great competitor as well. So yeah, just get back to my mindset, get back to focus, because that was a lot of emotion, of course. And yeah, just approach a new heat.
Let's see, Yago. Congratulations. Good luck in the final. Thanks, guys.